It's big news for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It might just hit a whopping 100 ETH floor price this week. And why? Well, when major celebrities have been flexing their apes left, right and centre, you gotta know you're onto a good thing. That plus the Fishy Fam debacle, what has been going on there? We're gonna give you all of the information you need to make sure you maximise that opportunity. Plus we've got an early bird with HypeCloud for you that you definitely don't wanna miss. Okay, there's been some hype, there's been some drama, and there's been a HypeCloud, and we're kicking off with the hype first and foremost, and that is all about the Bored Ape Yacht Club because it's big news. Oh yes, Paris Hilton was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and they were both flexing their apes, and this is happening in the lead up to the apes potentially hitting 100 ETH. This is incredible, Warren, isn't it?
It's such an exciting time for the Bored Ape community. Clearly, there are some incredible figureheads now that are coming into the public space. We've seen the likes of Post Malone, Eminem, Timbaland. I could go on. There's loads of celebs now that are entering the space. Paris Hilton's been flexing with Jimmy. You know, they've been talking to the audience, showing over the interview that we saw in the past 24 hours. And none other than Gwyneth Paltrow has also kind of entered the space as well. So now she's changed her PFP to an animated Bored Ape. The opportunity and the amount of people that are getting behind this now, Bex, is staggering. It's bringing such a massive light to the larger conventional non-PFP audience. So yeah, really, really fun to see.
Well, this is where we're getting excited because the next step is going to be, you know, maybe the Super Bowl where Eminem and also Snoop Dogg flex their apes as well, which is just going to take things stratospheric. But we're looking at brands. We've talked about this before. Adidas Originals. They've had this ape as their profile pic and avatar for a while now. You know, they're doing big plays within the metaverse. They've just teamed up with Prada as well. So we're seeing big brands, big celebrities, even Kevin Hart stepping into the Bored Ape Yacht Club space. And you know what? These, even though this is a whopping 93 ETH at the moment, the activity, it just keeps on going. It's steady, as you can see, and people are dropping big money to be part of this because there will only ever be a certain amount of apes in existence. There will only ever be an opportunity for so long for people who can afford it. I mean, look, one's gone at 111 ETH today, and that's 271 bucks. That is incredible. 271,000 bucks, in fact. And the big thing is that the more that we see this, and I know it's posing questions like this, like, are celebrities getting paid to shill NFTs? I don't think so. I think, yes, of course, there are some out there, but I think these guys are genuinely understanding the craze that NFTs are giving, the opportunity that they are, and they are part of this exclusive club. And you only have to check out, you know, my Bored Ape Yacht Club video as well to explain to you, if you don't understand what that is, why something like this is so important. So guys, it's a huge possible turning point for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. If it hits 100 ETH this week or even next week, it's going to be major news, groundbreaking. It's already flipped the punks, and I think we're on to an amazing, amazing opportunity for anyone that's in this ecosystem. Right, Warren, from some exciting stuff to some rather nerve-wracking stuff, we've had some issues with our project that we talked about last week, which is Fishy Fam. Remind us again what Fishy Fam is all about.
Yeah, just to kind of, again, go over the older facts which you mentioned. So Fishy Fam, a 10,000 PFP, gorgeous looking fish that launched on the 26th of January. The Fishy Fam public drop is imminent, although at time of recording it's not quite yet. So effectively what's happened is this, Bex. The drop, it went yesterday, and like anything when it comes to NFT drops, you know, it's not always necessarily about everything that goes right. It's about how those challenges show themselves and then how you tackle them. The Fishy Fam admin team were actually in a Twitter space with over 1,800 people when the drop went live for the whitelists. There was an exploit that was identified. The exploit was being used by people that could take their Fishy Fam that they'd already purchased, move them into a different wallet and buy again. Unfortunately, that created a level of, I would say, misdistribution from what the planned whitelist opportunities were for fair distribution across the chain through to a little bit of a misunderstanding. Now, the admin team jumped on it. They were speaking to people in Discord. there were a lot of challenges that they were tackling and dealing with. And, Bex, for me, even though that's happened, they're tackling it. They're super communicative. They keep hosting spaces to keep in contact with this audience. Fishy Fam have got incredible support from the likes of the Crypto Mores, from other projects, from SSF Fish, from the whole real community that understand what they're trying to do. Their values are about helping the environment in real life. And so this is what I think is going to happen. For me, Fishy Fam are going to build a plan whereby they can discuss, speak to, and as a team make some strategic calls on those wallets perhaps that took part in that activity, which absolutely doesn't agree with their approach, to try and get as much of those PFPs back, and then more importantly distribute them amongst the whitelisters that lost out. And then hopefully, Bex, will be in the public drop, and will be Fishy Fan members as well.
Well, that's interesting though, because it'll be interesting to see just how much is available. Look, 9.8 thousand items out of 10,000 collection has been minted. Right. The activity is flying still. I mean, look at that graph. That's nuts. I watched it as it launched on Mint last night, and it was dropping. The first few dropped at 3 ETH, 2 ETH, 1 ETH, and then it kind of pulled back a bit. So now we're seeing this floor price of 0.65 where it's kind of sitting at. Think of the returns for anyone that's minted at 0.03. The only problem here is that fair distribution of the mint, and I'm not sure how they're going to sort that out, but like you say, I don't think this is a rug pull. I think there is definite legs in here. It just needs a little bit of time to settle. So still a great project in my mind. Not something that if you didn't get on the whitelist, I mean, there were even whitelisters who didn't even manage to mint. So there's lots of controversy around this, but this has been in the last 24 hours. By the time you guys watch this video, we'd like to think that there is still, this has been sorted out and there's been a solution provided, which means that what we're saying here is that the opportunity is that you're still early on this particular project and it probably will have settled a little bit more. So if you're seeing this at 0.6 at the moment, 0.65, 0.7, it will still have opportunity for it to grow even more. So it might be a strategic play if you do your research and if you're happy with the solution that the team has provided you with. But again, it's just us wanting to recap this. This is something that has been moving and shaking in the space. It's got so many people talking, and I think it's definitely worthy to bring this up when stuff isn't quite going to plan as much as it is when it does. So then our final pick today is a new project, an exciting project that I think a lot of us can get really behind if you love that kind of 3D render feel. It's called HypeCloud. Tell us about this one, Warren.
So gorgeous looking hype clouds have been created by an artist, an Italian artist called Pep K. List. His whole team are European based. The project itself, the factual data behind their Bex, 3,800 hype clouds have been created. The pre-sale for this is on the 14th of February, and the mint price at the pre-sale Bex will be 0.08 Ethereum plus gas, so broadly around $200. The public mint will be on the 7th of March, and the mint price then will be 0.09 Ethereum, again plus gas. Not looking north of $250 to maybe $300, dependent on exchange rates. For me, Bex, I look at this artwork, and the 3D rendering is really well put together. There's definite nods to mainstream American artists, like with the likes of Cause, that definitely come to mind. I think with the crisscross eyes and the maybe how the ears look, and the clouds, definitely. For me, there feels like there's a little bit of influence that's been taken. It's such an interesting topic though, because how often do we see projects where people are trying to cover clouds and represent them in a creative, artistic way, whereby they're looking to really build and grow a community. Now, opportunity wise for this, I genuinely have seen the utility focus, and for the holders, one of ones, key collabs. There's also a comic book discussion around building out a collection, and also some derivatives around mutants. So I can't wait to see what cloud mutants look like. It's unique, it's art, it's different, and that's what we're in the space for, to see what those new experiences can look like and bring that to our audiences.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see it's already building up a solid community on Discord. You can also see here, you know, they are growing on Twitter. And again, you know, talking about being 100% organic, you know, going out there, speaking in the spaces already about their artwork and what they're doing, and just starting to build this up. So this for us is a bit of an early bird opportunity. It's building up its community pretty fast. But again, it's got that opportunity where it's already telling you that if it's taking on mutants and it's looking at that as an option, that there might be, as a wallet holder, an opportunity for something else that you will gain as a little bit of an incentive, which might mean that you can then use that to kind of get your money back as well. You can use that to sell that on the secondary market whilst holding your original Genesis. There's lots of stuff going on here. And as you can see, look, they are super active on Twitter Spaces. So they are trying to give as much clarity as possible. And to me, I really love the artwork. I really am kind of more inclined to go to this more sort of rendered feel within the pieces that we look at and that we invest in now. Obviously, do your own research, but it's a great project to be behind. It's something that I think, you know, has legs, and sometimes it just takes a moment for things like this to suddenly snap and everyone wants to get behind it. So why not check this one out now? Why not get involved in some of their Twitter Spaces? And why not find out whether or not this is the right project for you? Well, there we go. Those are the big movers and shakers this week, and what a selection of stories we've got for you. Yes, that Fishy Fam debacle hopefully will get sorted and there'll be a big opportunity for you in the long run. Plus, we're really bullish on HypeCloud. We think that's a really great opportunity that if you do your own research and you find that it's the right kind of project for you to fill your boots with, then this is the one to go with. But if you need any more help with all of your movers and shakers in the NFT space, want to find out about the big news stories, want to find out about the big projects, then do not fear. We've got something right for you, and it's in these videos as well. So make sure you do your research, you make sure you get all of the information you need, and join us next time.